XRP is the most traded crypto on the Korean exchange. February 13th, in the past 24 hours, the trading volume on Upbit reaches $3.225 billion. The XRP KRW trading pair accounted for 14% of the volume, taking the top spot against the Korean won market. And in potential scary news here, what has been the reason Bitcoin is dropping? A lot of people were blaming it on the actual exchanges colluding together to dump it on your face, but JP Morgan is accusing Tether of dumping Bitcoin. And in other big news, Eleanor Tourette, obviously the top poster and news getter for behind the scenes political stuff when it comes to XRP, says the SEC has acknowledged XRP 19B4 filings. This is huge, guys. SEC is officially acknowledged. Now, it hasn't approved anything yet, but this is a big first step, acknowledging that XRP exists in a way, right? And Brad Garlinghouse says, I recall pointing out more than once that this was inevitable despite some vocal assertions to the contrary. And in other big financial news, Coinbase absolutely blew out the earnings. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. This doesn't happen hardly ever. So earnings per share came out at $4.68 versus the expected $2.11. Revenue came to $2.27 billion versus their expected $1.84 billion. So their revenue was up 138% year over year. Net income is more than 300% up year over year. Transaction revenue up 194% year over year. Subscription services 71%. Trading volume up 185%. Monthly transacting users plus 24%. Now, the other interesting thing to look at it is if you're not holding Coinbase, I personally do not own any Coinbase stock. This is also potentially a problem, right? Transaction revenue, net income. Why? Because Coinbase does have very high fees when you're buying and selling cryptos on there. So if you're going to buy and sell on Coinbase, you're probably going to want to use the Coinbase Advance and get the discounts on their fees. But if you're buying and holding long-term, no problem there using Coinbase. Again, this is not financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything we talk about on this channel, just financial entertainment. And of course, we here at the Bullrunners noticed this happening as well. SEC officially acknowledging. By the way, if you're not following us on the Bullrunners, but you watch us on YouTube, make sure you head over to X. Always getting some of the breaking news to you guys fast as possible at Bullrunners HQ when you're searching for us. At Bullrunners HQ. It's Bullrunners with the blue check. Also, in huge financial news, breaking DOGE officials have just entered the IRS building. So as we've seen what they did over at the Treasury, they found the US aid information. Now they're going in to audit the IRS. What have they been doing to us? And in other big news for XRP, Crypto.com is going to launch XRP contracts trading tomorrow. Starts February 14th, and the CFTC has already approved this, so there's more legitimacy and market exposure. XRP futures are here. And check this out. This was one of the most exciting things that I've seen today as far as, I mean, everything today has just been huge, but this sold out in minutes, okay? So sold out in a few hours. Our XRP Ledger real-world asset pool offering real estate-backed yields at 2.5% and RLUSD at 5%. Deposit options launched today at 3 p.m. and is already sold out, and it's been just a few hours. So not minutes, but hours, but the excitement is there. Thank you, everyone who joined. Stay tuned for our next pool. More opportunities are coming. So this goes to show you people want to be involved with XRP in the traditional market landscape, which is huge. That's why I think this ETF that's coming out, I know it's been kind of lackluster for the last couple of days for Bitcoin and Ethereum, but when XRP gets in there, people are really going to want to take advantage of it. David Javans from Rakuten says in Japan, almost every bank is starting to work with something called XRP. You may know it as Ripple.
So there's over 1,600 cryptocurrencies today that use blockchain. So all of us have probably heard about Bitcoin, some of us about Ethereum. In Japan, almost every bank is starting to work with something called XRP, or you may know it as Ripple. And there's many others.
And as you saw in the intro, all global mega financial giants are talking about XRP. Bitcoin and Ethereum, not a fit for anything. Thanks to CryptoRx Trading for dropping this explosive video. Now, as you saw in the intro, we only showed a couple of people talking about it, but it goes on and on and on. So let's take a look.
Technology today to be able to help scale Matthias and Jürgen in their efforts.
Yeah, I mean, I think we heard scalability is definitely, an important aspect. And I mean, if you look at traditional blockchain projects, say Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., they're well known, but they face issue with respect to scalability, transaction speed, or the abilities to store data on it. So I think they're not powerful enough to really support infrastructure, for example, that will allow clearing. I think they're not powerful enough to really support infrastructure, for example, that will allow clearing.
Or even use it, as a private network to build secure systems. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously, you can't change the world overnight, but I do think that's actually the right approach to build systems. Current IT systems are very broken, and I think all the financial institutions have that problem, right? Like you started from a mainframe somewhere that then drilled holes into it because it needs to connect to the rest of the world. And so we have a very patched up system. And so if you want to fix security, blockchain is the answer, but not Bitcoin. But fix security, blockchain is the answer, but not Bitcoin,
Crypto. And I would say the technology offers so much more that you should look over Bitcoin and see what the possibilities offer even more.
I'm from Nigeria. And just to send money to my mother in Nigeria is a challenge from a fiat perspective. Every month, I try to send payments from my HSBC accounts, via Flutterwave to Nigeria. The same amount, the same time of month, and every time it gets blocked. Every time, and it gets flagged for fraud. And this is from a fiat perspective. So can you imagine how difficult it's going to be if I was to use, Bitcoin to this? In Nigeria, you can't send, Bitcoin.
If you think about what Bitcoin was supposed to deliver to us, it was a medium of exchange. Now, as we know, Bitcoin did not serve very well in that function. At some level, it's become a purely speculative financial asset. This always creates a lot of groans and boos in a cryptocurrency conference. But I see that there are more sober minds here. It turns out that as a medium of exchange, it does not work very well. We know about the efficiency, cost.
Technology today to be able to help scale Matthias and Jürgen in their efforts.
Yeah, I think that's definitely an important aspect. And I mean, if you look at traditional blockchain projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., they're well known, but they face issue with respect to scalability, transaction speed, or the abilities to store data on it. So I think they're not powerful enough to really support infrastructure, for example, that will allow clearing. I think they're not powerful enough to really support infrastructure, for example, that will allow clearing.
Or even use it, as a private network to build secure systems. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously, you can't change the world overnight, but I do think that's actually the right approach to build systems. Current IT systems are very broken, and I think all the financial institutions have that problem, right? Like you started from a mainframe somewhere, that then drilled holes into it because it needs to connect to the rest of the world. And so we have a very patched up system. And so if you want to fix security, blockchain is the answer, but not Bitcoin. But fix security, blockchain is the answer, but not Bitcoin.
Crypto. I would say the technology offers so much more that you should look over Bitcoin and see what possibilities offer even more.
Hi, I'm from Nigeria. And just to send money to my mother in Nigeria is a challenge from a fiat perspective. Every month, I try to send payments from my HSBC accounts, via Flutterwave to Nigeria. Same amount, same time of month, and every time it gets blocked. Every time it gets flagged for fraud. And this is from a fiat perspective. So can you imagine how difficult it's going to be if I was to use Bitcoin to this in Nigeria? You can't send Bitcoin.
If you think about what Bitcoin was supposed to deliver to us, it was a medium of exchange. I think Bitcoin did not serve very well in that function. At some level, it's become a purely speculative financial asset. This always creates a lot of groans and boos at a cryptocurrency conference. But I see that there are more sober minds here. It turns out that as a medium of exchange, it does not work very well. We know about the efficiency, cost.
And before we head into the articles, MasterCard, Ripple, Thunes, SwissRoute, XRP, RLUSD, the MasterCard tokenized network will provide token liquidity for clients. Its payment flows are in the trillions. Bullish, MasterCard has tokenized 30% of its transactions in 2024 and acknowledged stablecoins' potential to disrupt traditional finance. All right, getting into our main XRP headline here, SEC moves forward with weighing proposals for Grayscale's XRP and Dogecoin ETFs. And we've seen a lot of that already over at the X.com and the headlines that are flashing there. But I went ahead and read through this to find out what is all going on in this article. So the SEC has acknowledged Grayscale's proposals for XRP and Dogecoin exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, and is currently seeking public comments on these proposals. This acknowledgement is a significant step in the approval process as it triggers a period where SEC can either approve, disapprove, or initiate further proceedings regarding the ETFs. Grayscale has decided to file through NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, for the ETFs, which would be the first time that they could be approved. This move comes in the context of a recent shift in the regulatory stance, possibly influenced by a change in the SEC leadership following previous approvals of spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. So XRP Army, we are literally one step closer to getting the XRP ETF. Now, the other thing that I'm thinking that if they're acknowledging it today, then there might be some back rooms, behind the scenes dealings that's going on with ending the actual SEC lawsuit, because they cannot, well, they can do whatever they want, but they are technically probably not going to go forward with an ETF when there's still this crazy SEC lawsuit looming over them. XRP, Ripple could just go ahead and settle the deal. If they're doing a backroom deal right now, working out a settlement, how much they have to pay to get it over with, I see that being the case. SEC then drops the case, settles out, gets it done, and then the ETFs are approved.